So, take number 2. I'm going to tell the story about my mom and her death. I've been sitting here talking and my phone just randomly falls. Crazy, right? So I want to talk about, makes my stomach hurt so bad, but I want to talk about my mom's death. It's something that I haven't been ready to talk about, but I need to talk about it. I still haven't grieved her at all, but I need to. This is something I need to do. Number 1, don't mind my appearance. We've been out walking today. You're going to hear the kids, whatever. So, my mom, the last time I saw my mom alive was my triplets' first birthday, which is April 18th, 2018. April 19th rolls around, and I talked to my mom a few times that day, and the last time I spoke to her was at 10:19 p.m. on April 19th. I'm sorry, this is really hard for me. My mother was all I had. I have no idea what they're watching on the TV. So April 19th, seemed like a normal day, and my mom had been bitten by some buffalo gnats, so she didn't go to work on Thursday. And the last words that my mother spoke were, "I love you more." That was the last one that my mom spoke to. I'm sorry, this is really hard for me. So April 20th seems like a normal day. And my mom didn't go to work. She worked 2 jobs. She worked a day shift and a night shift. She delivered papers in the evening, and she cared for the elderly during the day. And she... Hold on, I need to do something real quick. Well... it's not gonna work. So April 20th. So my mom's neighbor was supposed to be doing the paper out with her, and she never showed up. And so my mom's neighbor called me and said, "Hey, have you talked to your mom today?" And I was like, "No, I tried to FaceTime her about 3 hours ago, but she didn't answer." Which was a very normal thing. My mom was always doing something. So there wasn't, it wasn't out of the way to not talk to my mom. It wasn't unusual. This was at like 10 o'clock at night. And so I tried to call and call and call and call. My grandmother tried to call and call and call. And so I went over there. And I called my brother and I was like, "Hey, you need to get to Mom's house. Like, no one can get a hold of her. Her car's in the garage. Like, you need to call me." And so he gets there, And I push the window, like I'm banging on the window. I'm like, Mom, 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 Mom. No answer. I'm like, maybe she's just in the shower. This is about the time that she would lay down to go to bed. It's like 10 o'clock at night before her night shift. And so my brother gets there. We kick the door in. And we just scatter. And we get to my mom's room, and she's gone. She was in her bed. And my brother rolled her over. And I'll never forget the look on her face. I'm really sorry. I knew that this was going to be a hard video, but I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to actually talk about it. Some days I have really bad days, and sometimes I have good days. And I can't talk about her every day. The police officer that was there was a joke, was an absolute joke. Here my mom is, gone. And I'm completely numb. I did not shed one tear. I screamed a lot. Just shouting, just like, you know, like, not like yelling at people, you know what I mean? And when I tell you it was the absolute worst day of my life, I mean it. It was the absolutely worst day of my life. My mama raised me. My dad wasn't around. So she picked up the broken pieces and she raised me all by herself without help. My mom was... I have so many regrets. I know I shouldn't live with regrets. But I try to grieve as easy as possible, but we're coming up on a year now, and I've taken a long time to tell this story because I wanted to try to get a hold of myself, and I still haven't. I feel like my mother's just on a vacation, and I just haven't talked to her. You know, there's days that I want to pick up the phone and call her and be like, hey Mom, you know, what's going on? You know, I miss you, you know, whatever. But you can't. You just have to pick up the pieces and move on. Anyway, I wanted to tell my story, and I want it to be known that if your mother is still alive, if your father is still alive, hug them, because you never know when the last time you're going to get to hug them. You're never going to know when their day is coming and the last time you'll get to hug them. This has been the absolutely, it's been incredibly hard for me. We moved to a different state, and I have no family here, and so that's exceptionally hard. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. I will make another video on how the funeral home story went and how the drama unfolds. So sorry about my boohooing, and we'll see you guys soon.